Go ahead.
Hey, I dare say Starcraft here. I'm gonna be casting a 1 versus 1 that I played here. I'm gonna be the red Terran player, and I'm playing against a Protoss that I came across on the ladder. Now, you can see that I didn't respond to his greeting there. You can say what you like about my manners.
Not enough minerals.
But I think it's bloody stupid. It's the same ritual every game. And you don't really wish your opponent luck. And you don't really care if he has fun.
Bad news?
So I don't do it.
Yep. SCV ready.
Now there I was trying to decide if I wanted to wall in on this map or not. And this is blistering sand, so you know that there's the back door rocks. And they're aptly titled. If you play it wrong, sometimes you get it in the rear. I've seen a lot of games actually where the Protoss will take a void ray, charge it up on the supply depots on your wall, and it's just a bloody liability. So I like to keep everything back at home, it's easier to defend. I place the barracks there, because if he brings in some early units to attack me, I'll kind of hide my marines behind that. And if he's got zealots, they have to run around and I'll be shooting them the whole time. Now I got that early geyser, so I'm going to be putting the tick lab on the barracks, getting an early reaper. And that's not real popular right now, but I still like to do it. You can get a little bit of scouting in, you can also put on some early pressure. I'll put 3 SCVs on it right away because I got another idea in mind a little bit later on that's going to require gas too. It's not just for the Reaper. And I follow that probe around with my SCV to make sure he doesn't cause any trouble. Put a pylon down somewhere that I don't see it.
Well, butter my biscuit.
I also send out an SCV as well to scout his base. Kind of a blunder there. So now I've got 2 SCVs not mining. I should really take one of those SCVs and send them back home, but you know, there's no such thing as a perfect game. You make mistakes, that's alright. Now, my Reaper, I queued it up so as soon as it pops out, it's gonna run to the heart of his base. And that's because sometimes you forget, and you got a unit just sitting there, and he could have been traveling across the map.
Go ahead.
And especially with Reapers, you want to get them going as soon as you possibly can.
Roger.
If it's not early, it's really easy to deal with. Now, it looks like he's got the cybernetics core.
I'm going.
So, you'll definitely have a stalker by the time I'm there. We'll just have to see what kind of damage I can do.
What's going on?
Trying to see if he's got 2 geysers, and he does. Now he's got 2 geysers, so I'm expecting either some robotics facility going down or a Stargate. Well, I just finished up my Geist Academy and putting down a factory now. I'll let you guess what I'm trying to do. My Reaper got into his base, so I'm gonna have to put him to use. Take him around back, try to harass the probes a little bit. Well, I'm gonna stop him here, take a couple shots. Now, a bit of a misclick there. Hit the Nexus, gives his probes an opportunity to surround me. And I just end up with 2 kills out of 1 Reaper. I ought to have been able to do better than that. Now, I've got to trap his probe here, because if he sees my Geist Academy, the game is up. I got a bit lucky there. He allowed me to surround his probe with my SCVs. My secret's safe for now. Now I'm waiting for 150 gas so I can get the personal cloaking for the ghosts. Because I'm going a nuke build. And you need your ghosts to be able to cloak so they won't be seen when you're launching the nuke. Now at this point, if you had decided to attack, it'd be in a lot of trouble. I've got 1 Marine and a Ghost. I get out a Hellion and use it to harass, but if he hits me with some early Zealots, I can at least deal with those. Now, if he came with some Stalkers, I'd just be stuffed.
I'm going in.
These 3 units not that great. deal with such a force, so that's why I get down this bunker.
Who wants some?
Now I'm gonna start pumping Marines because I'm trying to save my gas. Ghosts are really expensive when it comes to gas.
You gonna give me orders? SCV
You
ready.
might wonder why I got the 2 tech labs down. Because later on I'm gonna have to transition into Marauders to deal with inevitable stalkers.
Go, go, go!
But for now, all I can really afford to produce is Marines. I'm gonna check the back door to make sure that he's not attacking it.
SCV
And I've got to keep doing that. So if he comes in the back door, this bunker's worthless.
Research complete.
Sounds like my cloaking's done, but now he's taking on the back rocks. I've got to send my ghost on his way to see what kind of damage he can do. Now this kind of distracts his units a little bit. Gives me just enough time to get down a bunker back home, because I can see he's trying to attack my main base and not my expansion.
I'm in a heap of trouble.
He can't hit my ghost with any reinforcing units because he's cloaked, so he's safe to get through, even though I kind of waste my helium there.
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna rally that up behind the minerals, try and get a few kills while I take care of some stuff back at home. I get a second orbital command because I like to get enough mules to bring in some good income. Now I launch my nuke, and if he knows what's good for him, he'll run those probes out of there. We'll just have to wait and see what happens.
In the rear with the gear.
Looks like it moves some of his probes up, but not all of them. I get him. Pylon and some of his probes, and he's not mining at all. He's got 1 probe on gas and everyone else has run away, so it's definitely worth it. If I can hold off this attack, which looks like it's coming in my backdoor rocks right now, I'll be way ahead.
Heap of trouble.
Looks like he's got a lot of sentries there. I get a good MP, I get every last unit. Looks like I'll be able to take care of this pretty easily. That bunker there, no problem. My ghost is still there, picking off units. Doing great.
It's getting too hot.
Unfortunately, it looks like he's got a cannon now, even though I was out of energy. Might have been good to run him behind the rocks there, where they've got that grass. Let his energy recharge, and then I could bring him back and kind of harass a little bit more, but that's alright. He did his job. Delayed mining, killed some probes, can't ask for more than that. I also know that he does not have an expansion yet, and I have mine, so every passing minute means I'm pulling ahead a little bit more. I just gotta stay secure, make sure he doesn't catch me off guard. Now I still remember that he had 2 geysers really early. I'm still kind of wondering if he might be hiding a starport somewhere, and that's his ace in the hole. His attacking force seemed kind of small too.
Additional supply depots required.
So I'm kind of wondering what he's got up his sleeve. I'm getting my engineering bay down.
Research.
That's going to be useful for getting some upgrades, but also I can throw down some turrets if it does turn out that he's getting some Phoenix or Void Rays. Now I'm just trying to macro up, trying not to lose the lead that I've got. Make sure I got enough production facilities to keep up. I've got a lot more income than he does, but if I can't spend it, then I might as well just be on the 1 base. And it's pretty safe to get barracks at this point. The biological army for Terran is really strong, and it's really versatile. It's pretty much weakest against Colossus and Templar. Now, I've got Ghost, so I can hopefully deal with the Templar a little bit with EMP, taking away their energy.
SCV ready.
And if he went Colossus, I'd be in a little bit of trouble, but I don't think that he can fund it right now. I'm taking down his back rocks at the same time, throwing down a scan back there to make sure that he's not flanking me, and also to find out if he's got an expansion. I see that he doesn't have an expansion, so I'm feeling pretty good at this point. I know that every passing moment, I'm going to pull ahead even more.
Mineral field.
And even if we trade armies, or even if I lose my army, I'll still be alright. Run from this, I'm a little bit outmatched. And I can kite his units a little bit, so that's good. with that stim, I'll be able to get away without taking too many shots. And he decides that he's want to back out. He doesn't want to lose his whole army right there. You can see that I've got my barracks rallied up to my attacking force here. That way they automatically come out and join my army. Got a couple Marines coming up now. And I'm just going to stim those two. So I don't want to stim my Marauders who are already low on health. Looks like I cleaned that up alright. Trying to make sure I use up all my energy on my mules. At the same time, trying to make sure I'm keeping up on units back at home. Sending those Marines out to make sure he doesn't have any hidden bases. So that's pretty much it. If I can keep him from expanding, the game's mine. There's nothing he can do. Now you can see I've queued up a few too many units in my factory and barracks. That's because I reflexively do it while I'm microing my units away from my base. Just because you're out fighting, you want to still be making units. But if you queue up too many, you want to cancel them, be doing something else with that money. And I'm just trying to stay ahead on upgrades. I'm trying to get my high yield going. Down here, gonna have to clear those rocks away. I could probably just attack and finish the game, but I'm playing it safe and kind of hoping they let me have a little bit more fun. I want to try and drop another nuke.
You scared me.
Maybe that's a little mean-spirited, but I've already invested this much time in this game. I'd like it to be as fun as it could be. Just kind of how I go about it. I don't try to grind out wins or anything like that. Just try to have fun with the games that I do play. Yeah, I like to position my tanks like that, trying to protect him from getting surrounded by zealots. Now that sensor tower, that was supposed to help me find out if units were coming up in my back door. And I hate that. Now that I've got that cleared out, I'm going to land my orbital there. I'm going to pull ahead in resources by far. My sensor tower spotted that pylon there. You might as well have just wired 100 minerals to my account. Now there's a few more preparations I need to make. Got the add-ons on my barracks finishing up. I'm making several supply depots to make sure I don't get supply locked now that I've got a lot of production capability. I'm going to unsiege these tanks because I'm preparing to move out. I ought to be transferring some of these workers down to my high yield, get that going.
Additional supply depots
Now I'm pretty much ready to move out.
Nothing to it.
Got a ghost, he's ready with the nuke.
I'm on it.
Got a couple tanks.
Go.
It's a pretty formidable force.
Ready to go.
At this point I still don't know if he's got an expansion. So I'm gonna find out.
Mineral field.
It looks like I get caught on the way by a pretty small force. Makes me feel like he hasn't expanded yet. He's been building off this one base the whole time. And he GG's. Well, that was still a pretty fun game. I have to say I like nukes. I try to sneak them into as many games as I can. Now I'm hoping you'll answer a few questions for me. Let me know if you like music on or off. Also, if you'd like me to cast more of my 1 versus 1 games, or if you'd like me to do some professional level games, post in the comments below. This has been, I dare say, Starcraft. Thanks for watching.